from this table of the Niger Delta Development Commission, of course, keeping you up to date with their activities and programs. And of course, as it affects you, me, and every one of us who are Niger Deltans. Now, we're ready to activate the big talk proper. Beneath my voice, you can hear the song of Two-Faced Idibia, One Love. Of course, not only with the fact that I did say I feel that reggae mood for today, the song is also significant in its own way to the fact that irrespective of our religion, ethnicity, tribe, beliefs, disposition, we need one love. I mean, we cannot progress, we cannot achieve anything without love. And there was a time I had that spontaneous conversation with us when I told us that if we're very intentional in loving one another, then we would have complied with one of the Bible. I mean, it's been 100 days already plus for the local government chairman. It was just like yesterday when the elections were held and they emerged. We congratulated them and they were sworn in and they decided at that level to administer their locality. Now, 100 days and counting. How have they fared? Some of the local papers have taken it upon themselves to report the activities of some of these local councils, or some local government areas. I've seen in several local papers some of the local government chairmen going ahead with pictorials to showcase their achievements in 100 days plus. Now, you are from a local government, you're listening to also from a local government, and the conversation today is going to be more of you and less of us, as we will only set, the tone for you to jump on. So, we want to score these people. It's not a media thing that you say it's like a media trial. Whoever deserves a pat on the back will get a pat on the back. And whoever deserves to be, spoken to so that he or she sits up. I want to believe all of them are he's. I don't think it's a she. All of them are he's. So they would need to sit up. So you are from a local government area, as I did say. You will be a part of this conversation. A large chunk of this contribution, the conversation will come from you. So join me as I welcome the State Director, Center for Human Rights and Accountability Network. You know him as a public affairs analyst, as a human rights activist. And of course, I know him as a friend and a sportsman. Joining me this morning is Utwekom Franklin Isong. Good morning to you, sir. Great to have you.
Good morning, Captain of the flight. You are just pouring all this accolade on me. I think we just leave it at Franklin Isong. So you don't go to that spot. He's a boxer, he's a Tiger Woods,
You don't want to be Tiger Woods.
So don't leave it at Franklin Isong, and then we can do the business, and then we flow at that page.
Okay.
Good to be with you this morning.
I
like the intro you are bringing. You've laid a very solid foundation to our this morning's conversation. I think, like you have said, the chunk of today's analysis, chunk of today's appraisal will be done by the people of the state, because our listeners cut across the 31 government areas, and it is good for them to be part of this issue. And this topic might not even be exhaustive today. Like it to be people are willing to come and showcase what they have done.
If you come and talk about your local government,
exactly.
Come and tell your people. If you're willing, I am ever willing to bring you on.
We'll be here.
Yeah.
To be able to appraise what you've done. Now to appraise what you've done. So now the ball is on your court, the captain. Let me leave it to you.
Okay. Well, we were here when the elections were held, and eventually these people got elected, took oath of office, swore that they would, deliver the dividends of democracy, especially to that level, that third tier of government. And as we do in the national, even at the state level, it's become a practice that after 100 days, there is some kind of appraisal that is done to see how far thus far. Can you speak just on the surface of, local government administration, especially in this era where we are discussing local government autonomy? Could you just speak briefly to it? What you think you've seen, what you think you know, and your expectations? and then we'll pass the mic to the listener from there.
Okay, I think you should off your mic. Let me take over from there. Talking about local government autonomy, you will not fail to commend President Bola Tinubu. I commend him today, and I commend him after today, and I keep commending him for within the space of 1 year in office, he has been able to lay this matter to rest. We have been doing this advocacy for the past 16 years now, calling for autonomy for local government, but it's been difficult. The state governors have been, becoming a cock in the wheel of progress. They have what they call Nigerian Governors Forum, where they will meet and thwart every effort of reforms that will translate into the development of local government councils. And you can even have a local government chairman being sacked by a governor for perhaps not attending a function or perhaps not attending to what the governor deemed he ought to have attended to. So you can have a tier of government at the dying stage. So at the advent of President Muhammadu Buhari, we brought these advocacies. It was very high. Even at the days of Olusegun Obasanjo, it was also high. Obasanjo had to always engage the council chairman. He used to have a round table conference with them, and they're asking them to give account of what they are doing. At a point, he even released out grant to local government called Shopee and tried to ensure that the council chairman used the funds to develop their local government council away from the joint account. He gave them that Shopee fund, and we were able to track the fund and see that most local government councils use the fund to build local government council secretariat. Some built council hall, some built pipe-borne water, some built healthcare centers, and all of those which falls within the mandate of the local government administration. Now, Obasanjo had gone. We had Yar'Adua. After Yar'Adua, we had Goodluck Jonathan. After Jonathan, we had Buhari. The council have been dying. Some states, the councils were being run with caretaker committee throughout the tenure of the respective governors. They don't give a damn to what the constitution says. Whereas Section 7 of our Constitution, 1999, as amended, is clear that the council shall be manned by people who are elected. He said the council shall be manned by people who are elected to man the councils. But this wasn't the case. Then you have Section 162, sub 5 and 6, that had been used as a cock in the wheel of progress of local government, that established the joint account that says that the funds accruable to local government councils will be deposited into the joint account, state local government joint account. So this now made it difficult for the local government to breathe. Over the years, we've had committees on reforms of local government. We've had advocacies. We've made rallies. We've made several conferences and fora, and yet the state governors were seated on the on the shoulder and on the head of local government administration in the country. Don't forget that the Constitution established the local government as a tier of government. So you shall have, you said you will have the federal, state, and local government. And this is a tier of government. As you have the president elected, you have the parliament, that is the Senate and the reps, elected at the federal level to offer checks and balances to the president, and to also clear the list of appointees like ministers and the rest, to also prove, to also call for, carry out functions that are oversight, and as well as call the president to order and also approve budget that will be run by the president. Same is applicable in the state. You also have the governor, have office of the deputy governor, and then you have the parliament that is manned by the speaker and have House members who are elected as well, representing the various state constituencies, to be able to offer checks and balances, to carry out functions that has to do with giving approvals to budget, and also calling the governors to order where the governors are running ultra virus of the law, and also clear those that the governors will appoint as ministers, as his own cabinet members, Then you move down to local government administration. You have local government chairman, you have vice chairman office, you have councillors who are now the parliament to also offer checks and balances to clear the budget of local government, to also clear those who will be appointed by the chairman, and then to also offer the functions that are oversight to local government administration. This is functioning effectively at the federal level. Same is working at the state level. But at the local government level, across 74 local government councils, they are not, operating. So you can now have a sitting governor dismissing a council chairman, whereas the chairman was elected to run a full tenure.
That's in the case of what's going on in Edo State.
Let's not even mention the state, because it's applicable almost everywhere, where the governor will just see that a chairman is, not running his errand. He say you are sacked with a mere statement, and this is not what the law says. So, but thanks to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on coming on board, he ensured that the Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi, went to the Supreme Court to ask for the court to interpret Section 7, Section 165, and the rest, to know if truly local government council can breathe or not. And thanks be to the Supreme Court, it came up with a clear pronouncement and says that the local government system is a tier of government that should be manned by those who are elected, and they have a tenure to run, and that their funds should be paid directly to them. That now abrogated or repealed the joint state local government account. But I see some governors who are maverick in nature. Like, for example, the governor of Anambra State, I must call his name. I call him because we are opposed. We've done a several advocacy calling him not to, thwart the effort of the federal government and the Supreme Court. Coming up, he came up with 2 bills sent to the House of Assembly, which was passed, and he gave assent to it, establishing joint account in his own state, against what the Supreme Court has already ruled, that joint account is illegal. Joint account doesn't mean that the state funds, the local government funds, should be, used by the state governors. But Governor Professor Charles Sodulo came up to Sodulo. Soludo, Charles Soludo.
Follow peace.
Yeah, okay, follow peace. Governor follow peace. has now left peace and is pursuing rancor, going ultra virus the Supreme Court pronouncement, and establish 2 laws, 2 commissions to, where the funds of local government will be deposited to. And then the committee will now sit, or the commission will now sit in the eyes of the law that is being enacted, to be able to use the local government funds to fund whatever he wants to do, which is contrary to what the Supreme Court has ruled. My worry is that if this is allowed to stay, because it's a test, Soludo is not the APC governor. I must put this up. He is not also the PDP governor. He is the governor of the OBGA. He is supposed to do things that is not, that is not in line, that should not contradict what the law says. So coming up with this automatically is, running foul of what on him and other governors that may likely follow suit. Is that do not do things that will run foul of what the law says. Now back to the issue that you have raised on the table, the issue of Akwa Ibom State 100 days in office of the current local government council chairman. My take is very simple. They were elected on the 5th of October 2024. I think on the 15th of January, they have marked their 100 days, going by the calendar month. I have not seen anything concrete. Mostly what I have seen are what you can call Thanksgiving, celebration here, celebration there. I have not actually seen. I'm yet to be correct. That is why we are calling on the respective local government councils people to call in. I am yet to see a concrete development master plan for each of the local government councils. I'm supposed to, by now, we'll be hearing of Sisolo Council has passed a budget to run for the year, and this is what is the budget, and it's made public for us to have access to begin to know, okay, for example, in Balemi, where I'm from, let me use my Balemi as an instance. The local government will be building this facility in social community. Social community will be having those social facility, and society will be done in social community. I have not seen such a master plan. I mean, development master plan for each of the 31 local government councils is not in public. That's one. Two, I am supposed to be, by now, appraising their performance in 100 days. I don't know if you have seen any in the public, if you have seen any of such of their performance for you to use as the basis to assess them.
If I may interject you, I have been involved in conversations and also participated in debates where many people have argued that 100 days is not enough to assess leaders, whether local government chairmen, state governors, or even president alike. And so if that argument is anything to go by, don't you think we'll be asking too much from them when they are even yet to mark a year in office?
I want to disagree with your opinion or
not my
the speculations,
the speculations, not
or
my opinion.
the truism that 100 days is too small to assess someone in office. Look at, for instance, let me even start with the current President Donald Trump entered office. He came with over 41 executive orders, hitting the ground running from the day he was sworn in. 2 days ago, he had already started issuing out orders and begin action. He came prepared. He didn't come to sit down to understand what to do, to consult here, to consult there.
Don't you think because he has the experience, he's been there before?
What do you call experience? Is there any book of experience? Is there any book of experience where you go and read?
He's been a president before.
That is not even the point.
That office. He's not unfamiliar with that terrain.
That is not even the point. You see, there is no book of experience where one will go and read to have. Anyone who is aspiring to an office must have had one or two things to do when he is given the opportunity to occupy the office. You don't come and sit down to use the office to learn the ropes. Then how many months will you learn the ropes? Let me also use the governor of Akwa Ibom State, Pastor Omono, when he came on board. We have been here to appraise his 100 days in office. Within 100 days, he was able to do roads along the Akwa market. The Ndiya road axis was done. The Atiku flood that was causing heavy flooding in Atiku was done. The Afagobe by Atiku, off Atiku, was done. And several other projects we are done within 100 days in office. I mean, the governor of the state, who is the leader, the political leader of the state. I can name what he did. That there is a school that was used, I think King's College also, that was a school that was used close to Barras Road. It was done within 100 days. Built, completed and furnished. Within 100 days in office. So you don't have to tell me that people are saying that it is too small to use to assess. Are they receiving the budget? I mean, are they receiving funds? What are the funds being used for?
But Otwekon, there's also an issue on the table from the information we've been able to glean from several quarters. You are very much aware that some of the local governments have an issue with the CBN because they are yet to open their accounts with the CBN, and as such, they are yet to receive their monies. Now, we cannot say if, some local governments in Akwa Ibom State are not involved in such an issue. We cannot say for sure. So we cannot, at this point, say that all of them are receiving their monies as at when due.
I would like to be quoting, I'll be quoting the governor of Akwa Ibom State. During the Thanksgiving service of the NUJ at Ikode Benodo in his hometown at Apostolic Church, I wasn't privileged to be there, but I watched it live when the governor condemned speculations. He said, don't act on speculations. So I wouldn't want to be condemned among those who are acting on speculations. What you are saying is speculation. I'm trying to use that to also add. I'm not aware of it.
Oh, Tokon, you should take your phone now and Google. You should take your phone now and Google. There's Tokon.
What you are saying, what you are saying is not a fact.
No, if I may interject you.
Yes, go ahead.
You've got a spare phone there.
Yes.
For Tokon. Tag Google.
Okay.
Verify what I'm saying.
We are on the same page.
No, hold on. I need you just hold on.
Okay.
As we speak, Otwekong, I speak from the position of knowledge because I wake up with information.
Okay.
I go to bed with information.
Good.
So I'm immersed in information.
Exactly.
As we speak. Not every local government across the 774 local government areas have been able to submit their bank accounts to the CBN. So they do not have an account with the CBN from where the CBN can disburse directly
their
funds.
Can I help you?
So I am saying here,
can I help you?
I'm not handicapped.
Can I help you?
I'm not handicapped.
You are here now. I'm here. Can I help you?
I finish with you.
Okay, go ahead.
So what I'm saying is, we cannot say for sure if all local governments in Akwa Ibom State have sent their account numbers to the CBN, and if they have received their funds as at when due.
You have even nailed the issue. I like your landing. We cannot say for sure. That brings in the word speculation. That is where we are. You've labored to explain to me, to refer me to CBN statement and all of those, and then you ended up saying that we cannot say for sure. You have also joined the word speculation. So I will not sit here with you to say for sure that they have gotten or they have not gotten. They are all speculation. The council chairman should tell us they've not gotten the funds because they had issues with CBN also. Then we will not take the chairman concern. We will treat each case as per its merit. That is where we are. I don't want to join the realm of speculation. I want to be very sure of what I'm saying because we have listeners who are even beyond Akwa Ibom State listening to us. So let me not begin to say perhaps those who are not getting their funds are having those who are not duly elected, or those who have issues in court, like you have in River State and the rest. So let's not even go there, because those that you could be speaking to defend might be the ones that have issues. Perhaps their elections have issues in court, like you have in River State, where you have the other parties going to court to challenge the exercise, or you have people who are not duly elected. So those are the ones that we are. Let's leave it at the realm of that, where it were, and face the issue as it is squarely. And what is the issue? The issue is that the chairman of Akwa Ibom, were elected on the 5th of October. Between then and today is more than 100 days in office. What are their development master plan for the local government areas where they are manning? That is what we are asking. Nobody is asking them to tell us if nobody is telling you to show me what you've commissioned. You can't commission a project within 100 days. Fine, you can't. The government did it. But let's not say they should commission project. They should tell us we have laid foundation to do this. We have commenced this program. We have done that program. This is what we want to hear. We live here. We reside here. CHRAN was among the team of the House of Assembly that went around the entire local government areas to see what is happening there. So nobody will tell me that it's because I have CBN issue. Show me what you have even planned, what is even in your dream. What you even have in your dream. Let me even see show me the plan first. Put it up, let's even see. You plan to do this and that. That is what we are. So within 100 days in office, the CHRAN and the CSOs in the state and even the media is yet to be agog with development and achievement and records of their scorecards. That's what we want to discuss here today. Okay. Anybody that have issue with CBN or whatever should tell us that because you have issue with CBN, that is why you can't tell us what you will do or what you would have done. But the governor of the state was able to commission so many projects in this state, and I've mentioned a few of them. And President Donald Trump was able to come out with plans that he would do in the country, in US, and even beyond. President Bola Tinubu came out with plans of what he would do, and he's doing them. Right. So nobody should tell me, they should even follow the footsteps of their leaders. Look at the President Tinubu, look at the governor of the state. Did the governor have to wait after 100 days before that commence action? Okay. You don't have to wait.
Let's bring the listener.
You can't prepare to the office.
Let's bring the listener, because we had promised that we will bring them in on time. So it's 100 days in office, and it's an ongoing conversation. And I have, by implication of this conversation, I have said that the floor is open for any local government chairman who's listening to me about the Stand of Passion FM. Do indicate if you want to come. We'll give you the floor. Come tell us what you've done in 100 days. At least you're representing your local government area. Let's hear. Let your people be abreast with what you're doing. But for now, let's hear from the people across the several local government areas that can hear us. Give us a call on the number 0906 000 4945. Alternatively, 0906 000 5945. You can push your messages across to 0906 000 9455. And on Facebook, it is Passion 94.5 FM. The topic is also posted there. If you can't connect via those options, you can post your comment there. I'll read and acknowledge you as well. Meantime, we have the first caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Your name and where you're calling from. Yes, sir.
Captain Flight. The person before you there, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, my friend.
Go ahead.
Yes, please, I don't want to do so much. I only just because you are again there, by starting mentioned David Trump. Yes, that's my man. It's happening to compare any leader as at now with that man. David is dirty. Yes, he has a very vision for Jamaica, and the Ghanaians, no one to me can be compared to. And the people say, show me your father, I'll tell you who you are. And David speaks from his father, from his home. So when you say compare this, the man started right from, even by the time he was created after he changed them, he had that vision, he didn't follow that vision up to today. You know that American people project and wanted him. But after that project.
Okay. So clarity, the conversation is not about the man Donald Trump. He's the United States president. We're talking about the local government areas. I know, no, that was just an analogy. Let's not make it our focus, please. Let's not make it our focus, please.
As effective people, those who are there, they will block my field by somebody and they go people to be there. Why do you expect for them to do something?
All right, Mr. Emma, because of time, thank you. Yeah, well, thank you very much. Obviously, Mr. Emma, you drifted. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Captain.
Yes, welcome. Your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning.
Go ahead.
Captain, I want to tell you the truth. My local government says Ukomo is working. Sometimes I used to.
How do I know? How do I know that you are not trying to launder his image?
No. I'm not his friend. I've never met him. I only see him on posters, but I'm telling you pure truth. My local government chairman, Ukomo, is working. He's working on.
Can you before you wrap it up, can you tell us one or two things you've seen on ground that makes you say he's working?
He's working on the electricity, all those those guys restoring them.
All right. Okay. Okay. Well, forgive me to interject you because of time. Well, you have defended your local government chairman. You've spoken one or two. Electricity is the biggest of what I heard. Well, thank you. Let's take another. Thank you very much, Kingdom. Appreciate you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, the writer.
Yes, your name and where you're calling from.
Thank you. I'm Samuel calling from.
Could you be more audible, Mr. Sam? You're a bit low.
Yes, I'm Samuel calling from Writer.
Okay, go ahead.
Good morning.
The local government is the most very difficult thing to operate because of how they came into power. You see, when you are bringing politicians on compensation, you can never get it right. I'm praying that Nigeria should have independent body that will conduct election, that anybody can come from any platform and won election. You see, when we have, if we can have different platform that somebody come in here from a different platform and make the people feel the impact. It will be a challenge to other people to come in. It will be a challenge to the governor himself, being as the governor of the state. Then when you bring somebody on a very...
Well, I think we lost that call there from Mr. Sam. You were about to wrap up before the network cut you off. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, sir. Welcome. Yes, Mr. Akman.
Yeah. And good morning, Mr.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, morning. This is Apan calling from you.
Go ahead, Mr. Akman.
I want to say that the local government has not been well structured. We are practicing a presidential system of government. We have the chairman, which is the executive, and the councillors that form the legislature. Now, where is the judicial arm of the local government? Customary court and magistrate court, district court, they are all under the state government. So that means a strike force, which is supposed to have 3 legs, has 2 legs. That is number one. Number two, the local government need to have full autonomy. They are supposed to be independent and autonomous financially and otherwise. The councillors should impeach a chairman, not the House of Assembly or governor suspending any hearing chairman or any person who is still is loyal to him. Those are issues that the Constitution should look into so that we run a true and prototype American is called mayors, controlled by mayors, and they have their own stable and running system of government. That is what it should be, so that they can be held accountable. For the man who talked about the Oko Biafra, I have listened to him. All he has implemented. Maybe it is his boy who is talking, but I wish him success and a successful tenure. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Akman. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Your name or where you're calling from, sir?
My name is
Good morning, sir.
local government chairman will see chop and chop. There is nothing these people can do. Because of the system was so wrong. I'm picking, you pick me and pick you. You chop and chop. Nothing these people can do. If you are talking from now to next year, 90 something. Next 2 years, 90 something. Next 10 years, 90 something. You chop and chop. That's how Nigeria is all about. You chop, I chop, I get. You chop, I chop. Without that, so.
Well, thank you very much. According to you, you don't see what they're doing. It's a chopping spree. Everybody comes and takes their turn and chop whatever they can chop. Well, that's according to you, though. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you. May we meet you?
This is from Okana.
Aye. Oh, my. Don't like. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Ike.
Hey, good morning to you. Welcome. Your name and where you're calling from?
Charles, I'm calling you from Mexico.
You're welcome, Mr. Charles.
Yes, I too much thank you for this topical issue which you have brought up today. And I've been looking forward to meet Franklin, the guy there, on this issue. And Franklin, good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, Ike, if I were a local government chairman or a councillor and you invite me to your studio, I won't come. You know why?
Why won't you come?
Because you are too sound for me to be able to interact with you, and I don't want to open my ears.
Sorry. That Y word is not airworthy, please.
Okay, that's just a joke. Now, please, I can tell you much about the US. I can tell you much about the president of Nigeria. I can tell you something about the government of Akwa State because they are talking to the media and I am listening. And it's very bad that a local government chairman is inaugurated. In my community in Eket, we have a radio station and nobody hears anything about your free press. Just as Franklin is talking about. And when the Commissioner for Culture and Tourism visited Eket, because his wife is from here, he went to the studio in Eket, the Heritage Radio, and he spoke about what he's doing. You see, as Franklin is saying, we want to know what the blueprint of these chairmen are. We're not after saying we want to see the roads you have done. We want you to come out, talk to the media, let us hear you. To say the local government and administration will be closer to the people. But I can talk to you now, and the government will hear you. But I cannot reach my local government chairman because he doesn't come to the media. And I know if I talk to the media, he doesn't even listen. Then I think they are not coming out because some of them don't have capacity. If I am a local government chairman and you invite me to the studio, I will, in fact, I'll have a specific one because I'll be happy to come and meet you because I am confident of the job I am doing. Thank you for having me.
Well, Twikong, you want to quickly say something about that? I saw you nodding as if to say that he has struck a chord there that resonates with you.
You know, this is what I said in my remark when I said, don't tell me you want to commission a project. Just tell me, just show me the master plan that you have. I have mentioned Barenin. Barenin is, for instance, we have 4 clans in Barenin. We have over 87 gazetted villages. When the chairman should be able to come out to say, in Clan A, this is what my government intend to do in 3 years. In Clan B, Clan C and Clan D, this is what we have as master plan. And you put it up to the people, let the people also interact and tell, okay, we want this, we don't want that. You have to be able to get people involved, engage the stakeholders, like the caller just talked about. How do you run a government without, like a court? Nobody hear anything. Nobody knows what is happening. But the governor of the state is trying. He's everywhere in the media. The governor is here. You will hear it. He's there. You will see it live on every. I just told you I had to monitor the Thanksgiving service live on Facebook. So where are these chairmen? How will they help the governance of the state? The governor is trying his best at the state level. Local government chairman should also do it to complement what the governor is doing, because the whole blames go back to the governor that the state is not, working. The governor is doing his best. The president is doing his best. Let the chairmen also do their best. Now, you need grassroots development. And this is where the chairmen come in. So you have Algon. What are they doing? Don't you have their media team? Every council chairman has media, press secretary, or whatever. What are you doing? It's not going to end on a WhatsApp group and be arguing with people and then be insulting people on the WhatsApp group. Go out there, call the press conference, call a media parley. Governor has been doing this over time.
Attend interviews.
So, that is the point. Attend interviews. Somebody has just mentioned Eket, for instance. Eket, you have heritage station. Sorry to call the name. Now the whole of Eket local government, Eket territorial district of 12 local government areas should be covered by that station. Have they been speaking to the people there? Nobody even hear them. If someone who lives in Eket says he doesn't know what this chairman in Eket is doing, then it is sad. So I have told you, I use Barenin as a case study. I'm from Barenin. I have been coming out here to speak that charity begins at home. If I'm holding anyone accountable, I'll start from my own village, from my local government council. I don't go and hold the chairman of elsewhere without holding my council chairman first. So the point we are raising here is across board. Whether you are from anywhere, any of the local government council, you should be able to be in the public. Let's know what you are doing. Let's see your agenda. Let's see your blueprint. Let's see your programs. Let's see what you have done. And then engage the stakeholders. Let us begin to talk with, let's interact with your project.
All right, Twikong, let's take calls and find out who's here. Hello, good morning. Yeah, can you be more audible, please?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, your name, please, and where you're calling from.
This is Comrade Lively. I'm calling you up.
All right, comrade, go ahead.
The man has spoken well there in the studio.
I wanted to be more amplified. I wanted to also say that the local government chairman should come on stage to make the pronouncement on their own master's plan. I know that many of them are not doing something here, doing their own days in office, but they should come and tell us what they will do in subsequent times. But let me use this platform also to pay kudos to my local government chairman, Ugan local government chairman, because I have seen he has just brought a project here in other divisional police headquarters. The man has done a little bit well with us here. This is one of the politicians that have been making noise, have been calling that they should come and limitate the station for the police officers who are working here. Because I'm working opposite the divisional police headquarters here at Adajauga. So our own local government chairman is trying his best with the one that I see, because I will not testify on something that I don't see. This very one that I'm telling you now is the one that I'm seeing. If you come to the station now, you will see what is on progress. So I just give him kudos on that. Then I said that he should keep on doing more work just to bring dividends of democracy to the people from the grassroots area. God will definitely bless you, and God will bless the local community chairman of Ugan. Thank you.
Well, thank you, and thank you again. Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Your name and where you're calling from, please.
I'm I'm calling from Oklahoma.
All right, Owen, go ahead.
Well, I think I want to reiterate what one of the speakers here has just said. It's good that we should hold our local government chairman accountable, but the people that are in office were not prepared for this position. They just all of a sudden, oh, you come and become a local government chairman. And even when that happened, they didn't sit down to consult wisely to know how they are going to start. So people who were not prepared, how would they start immediately? Is likely impossible. Second, we need a good electoral process so that people who have the administrational skills and marginal skills can come into position of power and be able to lead us. But once that is not done, we still have people who don't know what to do. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. We're still taking calls before messages. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you. Your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, my name is Toku Opasong.
Go ahead, Ms. Opasong.
Okay, before I speak on the local government and the development, I want to ask, if the local government receives the fund, the local government fund directly from the federal government, are they receiving it in a private sector?
Well, I cannot confirm that. So, do you have any knowledge if they have?
Are the chairman saying that the funds are not being given to them? That is another speculation which I wouldn't want to go into. We started by saying that the funds of councils by the Supreme Court judgment is that the funds be given to the council, paid into the council account straight from the source. So no chairman has come and said he has not received his funds. So for me, the funds are given to them and they should do their job.
Okay, that is the thing, because before I begin to assess the activities of the federal government chairman, I need to know where the fund has been given to them. So if the fund has been given to them, the next thing is for a program should be done on radio to educate the public on the activities of the local government chairman. Like before, we used to hear local government roads, state government roads, but we need to know the type of activity and then projects that this local government chairman should be implemented, so that by the time we want to address them, should be able to know this is what they're supposed to do, and they're not doing it. So we can't hold them accountable. So for now, a lot of folks, they do not know what this local government chairman is supposed to do. Where is the type of road they're supposed to construct, or the type of project they're supposed to do. I think program should be done in order to sensitize the people on the activities of the local government chairman. Know and hear and how to assess them.
Thank you very much. And that's the reason why I said we have already opened the doors for them, Utwikong and myself. Haven't started this conversation. I have now said the doors of Passion FM are opened. If you want to come in and talk about what you're doing for the people in your locality, we are extending an invitation to you as a local government chairman. You have that opportunity to come talk to your people through this platform and educate them, enlighten them about what you're doing, because I mean, it seems to be, as one of the callers said, everything is enshrouded in secrecy. Yeah, more like some kind of cult-like arrangement. We don't know what you people are doing. So if you come to a medium such as the radio, like in this case Passion FM, everyone listens, and then people can know what you're doing. So people don't get to, perhaps vilify you for something they do not know about. Okay? People come from different localities. They're probably in Uyo, but they're from somewhere, and they are not aware of what you're doing. So it's an opportunity. I just hope they'll take it. Or as somebody said, maybe they're scared. Except they don't have anything to
the moment you occupy public office, your life is in public. You don't have to be scared of the public, of the media that you are supposed to be speaking to. And so for me, I also join you to say that the public space is open. They should come here to sell their programs, tell us, let's buy into it. That is why we are not able to mention a particular project. Even the one who calls and mention one project, somebody call and counter him. That's the point. It is until when the person who wears the shoes sit down here and say, this is what I have done. And then we now put a name and put a face to a project. Then we can now go out there to track this project and come and say, yes, the man said he has done this. We have gone to see, he has done it.
All right, so quick, let's get back. Hello, good morning. Hello? Okay. Hello, good morning. Yes, good morning to you. Your name and where you're calling from.
My dear brother, my name is Lucky Michael.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
You have done well. I appreciate the analysis.
Thank you, sir.
I'm calling you from Mechanic Village. My brother, this is Operation Show Me Your Card. If you are a local government chairman, you have to perform so that we see. My brother, nobody is there to speak for us here because they look down on us as a mechanic. But they forget that we are the people that contribute at least 90% of the economy, especially in Nigeria or in Akwa Ibom State here, because you can't do without mechanic. Without mechanic, you can't drive your car. But there are those who are limited ones. At least they know what they can do. My brother, we are here in mechanics that we are solving. Sincerely, nobody speak for us. If you come here, we are doing our job. My brother, you pity us. Mechanic is not outside. Mechanic is inside here. Come, when water from afar here enters here, nobody will do anything. Water from a flush here, nobody will do anything inside here. But what are we going to do?
All right. I want to believe. I want to believe that is in Uyo local government area. Okay. So.
Every year they will come here and collect the money and go. This road that you see that we have done it is we that contribute money last year. I was the chairman of the committee. Go around here and collecting money from people. Then we can be able to put caterpillar and then put that track so that somebody may be able to come.
All right.
I strongly believe that they are here what people have said there. They should come here to come and assist us. Because the state government have said that they are going to take us out from this place. But we are waiting for them. The land that they acquire for us. The owners of those land are barely taking their land because they are not compensated. They are not paying compensation to them. But we pleaded with the state government. At least they can come here to assist us with gutters, double gutters that can challenge water to their backwards here. My brother.
All right. Well, okay. Duly noted. Thank you very much, my brother. God bless you.
Let me just chip in something to that caller. I recall sometime last year when there was a crisis at the mechanic village and it was shut down. They got the chairman of Uyo, my friend who is also the chairman of Algon today, Dr. Oweri Modo, had to put up a committee to look into the immediate and remote cause of the crisis. And I think member of my team was in that committee to give opinion as to what has happened and what should be done. The mechanic village is under Uyo Local Government Council. The caller has made a very good case. I personally don't have a space. Each time I go there to do my car, I park far away because there is no, the place looks completely unkept. The place is too rowdy. The place is stinking. The place looks like shallow. Have you been there yourself? That is where you have the hub of mechanic activity, where you can service all kinds of vehicles. But apart from that place, elsewhere you see are not, more. You won't have more of such busy activity. And like what the caller has just said, that they pay revenue to the local government council yearly, And they also have unions, and they also have, committees and the rest, town union and the rest in that place. That place is like a community of its own. You have the Hazard community, the Igbo community, the Yakobian community, and the rest. For me, just to add my voice to what they are saying, they should come together and probably begin to do an advocacy. There is a need for the government of Uyo, local government area, to begin to look into their plight and get them a facelift. That area need complete facelift, on its entirety.
All right. Let me take some messages here. This one says pretty lengthy for a bit there. It's on digital from you, and it says, good morning, the group captain, and Tweakle Franklin. Inasmuch as the local government areas were finally freed under the President Tinubu administration from the suffocating hands of the governors, except maybe former governor Erifai, accolades must be given to those particular justices of the Supreme Court for their courage and ability to refuse inducement. Also, he says, we should not forget nor fail to thank former President Buhari for his effort through executive order in granting 774 local government areas of autonomy, but not for certain justices of the Supreme Court that did the bidding of the governors again. I have not seen the breakdown of the 31 local government areas budget to identify projects, locations for monitoring, and probably to see whether these projects are eventually distributed. And Udememega Able sending in a message says, good morning, group captain and guest Utwicom. The local government is still business as usual. I'm yet to see anything tangible from any of the local government areas. Chairmen or chairpersons are still living in the state capital to govern their local government areas. The 100 days razzmatazz by some of them on social media is just a propaganda. And be conducted free and credible for people to vote their choice candidate. There won't be any change in that tier of government. By the way, it's not social media, I said on the media. Mrs. Sonitex, or Sonitex, you sent messages on all platforms just to be sure that I get it. So I'll go to Facebook where you dropped it.
Checking them and let people know whether they make use of this money the right way they're supposed to do or not. And I want to also try to advise our white of state leadership not in doing vital projects in local government, because he asked the local government chairman to go and live in their respective local government. If there are no projects to attract a good environment for those people to go there and live, we will just be deceived on the radio and on the whatsoever that the government has the interest for those people to go and live in their respective local government. They will not, and they will not do anything. Projects should be taken to local government, not to other states. Thank you for having me.
All right, thank you very much. Hello? Okay, still taking calls. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Captain Clark.
Good morning to you, passenger. Great to have you. Your name, please, and where you're calling from.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
My name is Mr. Basi Sabat.
Mr. Sabbath. You're welcome, Mr. Sabbath. Go ahead, please.
Please let me start by telling you thank you for this platform you are giving. I have been listening to your programs almost on a daily basis. See, there are some local government that have very sound local government chairmen. But I am surprised why a lot of them are shying away, coming to your platform to let the people of Akwa Ibom State to know what they are doing in each of these local governments. I am not a first singer. I know what I am saying, that there are some local government that have very sound local government chairmen. And I've listened to you shouting in daily basis that local government chairmen should come up and tell the people what they have. It is important that they should let the people know their blueprints so that the people will have what to hold them by tomorrow. So, I don't know what is happening. I am aware that all this local government we are talking about, sir, they are platforms in which people are shouting, singing praises for this local government chairman, which I know that is the works of cycle farms. But it is not important for now. I think the governor also should have a way of pressurizing these government chairmen for them to come up and tell the people what they have for the people, because the governor will not be able to do everything by himself. I know the governor is trying, but he also needs the hands of this local government chairman to support him deliver. So if there is no other way, like this platform, like what you are doing, other radio stations should be emulating what you are doing, so that this local government chairman will come up and let the people who voted them know what they are having in mind for them. So it is important, sir.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate you for your contribution. Since there are no more messages that I'm getting at the moment, I've checked on Facebook. Only Augustonitex, who has explored both platforms, WhatsApp and Facebook, to send this message. I think it's fair to leave it at this point. So, let's get your parting shot so the sports guys can, come on board and take over.
My parting shot is just simple. When Pastor Moino came on board, the first thing he did was to launch his blueprint called the Arise Agenda at Ibom Icon Hotel. We were invited. Everybody it was an open event. We went there. He was inaugurated in May 29 on the June of the same year. We had that stakeholders engagement, and he launched his agenda for the people of the state. Every person across party line made contributions, made input that now formed a booklet that made up his blueprint. Ever since then, the governor has been working in line with that blueprint. The governor also had to engage stakeholders and call his appointees to come and give account and deliver what they have done. Call it interministerial briefing. We are all there. We discussed this last year. Why can't the local government chairman follow suit? Why can't they also come out and call stakeholders and launch out their agenda and then begin to let the people know what they are doing? This is why we are saying that there is need for them to live above board. That you are a council chairman, is not a license for you to go and sleep. The governor will not be doing his work as governor and come and do your work as local government chairman. So we will be here every day to call them out, to ask them to tell us what they are doing, and then we'll be here to appraise them. The one that will knock them very hard. The one that will need praise, we will praise them very high until we get governance at the local government level.
Well, thank you very much, Trickle Franklin. It's always been my guest this morning, and it's 100 days in office for the local government chairman. And as I did say, which I will conclude with, the doors of Passion 94.5 FM, by extension Advocate Broadcasting Network, is open. If you people want to come by and talk, we can talk. We'll give you the platform to talk about what you're doing. Let the people know what you have achieved or what you've done in 100 days. But if you decide to keep quiet, and occasion demands that we drag you, or God, we will drag you. Make you know the offended, say one small boy, they insult you for radio. Not the insults, and the question we would ask.
Who is small boy? Who is a small boy, Ike?
What do I call?
The moment,
who
is a small boy?
If you know my ear, don't hear.
Ike,
if you know what this ear, don't hear.
The Y language is even not allowed. Let me interject. Nobody is small boy here. What we are doing, we are calling those who are our servant. We are their leaders. As far as you vote, as far as you are above 18 years in this state, you are a leader because you voted. And what we are doing here, we're not trying to witch hunt anybody. So nobody here is a small boy. We are doing what we've been doing before they became chairman. So they cannot be above us.
All right.
If the kitchen is too hot for you, leave the kitchen.
Thank you very much. Don't
call us a small boy.
Thank you. Well, I gotta make way for the sports guys. Would have loved to engage them though on what happened yesterday.